Which aloha all. I am here in Ireland as I am recording this, and Diagwich is very similar to aloha in its greeting. It's a greeting that's hello, like aloha, but it is also a greeting of blessings, a blessing onto you. So Diagwich to you. It's lovely to connect and to share with you this sacred energy pulse for this month of September upcoming. And as I share this with you, my updates, my energy updates aren't really predicting anything. I'm not an astrologer. They're just my pulse on what's occurring for us as a collective. And it's my own kind of sense and experience of the pulse coursing through my life, through my being, that I feel are themes that might also inspire and ignite themes for you in this upcoming month. So I hope that it is something that inspires you, that nourishes you and uplifts you. And this month's pulse, the theme that kept coming in for me was around the messiness and awesomeness of our humanness. And you know, as a spiritual teacher and guide, as a spiritual journeyer myself, as a yogi myself, and an energy self healer, an energy teacher, I strive for mastery. I strive for transformation. Transformation is a large part of my personal journey and my own astrological chart. There are many areas in my path that are about transforming those very challenging, intense parts of my own being, my shadow, my path, my history, my lineage, and healing and transmuting and igniting growth for myself and also for my community. So I'm always striving for mastery. And as I was tuning into the pulse in this upcoming month, the theme that kept coming up for me was around how truly life is messy. And we as humans can be extremely messy. Yeah. And as I was coming into this awareness, I really found comfort in it. And I really began to kind of feel this lifting. And it's not in the sense of sometimes this gets misinterpreted and people see this as, well, then, I don't need to do anything. I don't really need to take care of myself. I don't really need to show up for my practices. I don't really need to meditate, because life is just messy and that's just the way it is. No, that's definitely not what we're talking about here. What we're really looking at is that the reality is that in that, and in those practices that we do, and in kind of all that we create to support our being our best selves in the world, life sometimes is just messy. And we as humans are just messy. And that's okay. So as I was moving through my days, there would be times where I'd experience things and all of a sudden, I'd just experience the flow and the grace. And, I particularly feel that like after I've done my sadhana in the morning. And then things get kind of a little agitated, or there's just kind of like this whirlwind of something that happens, or my own body feels really off, or I feel a little bit weird. And the awareness came to that, oh, it's just messy right now. I'm just feeling messy right now. There's just a sense of messiness. And from that place, I was really able to experience a sense of, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. That's a bit messy. It's the way that it sometimes is. And it's a sense of relief around attempting to be something other than where we are. Sense of relief around attempting to be like anybody else. And a sense of relief around that also sometimes we feel like, well, God, so many people in the world are so suffering right now. And life is really blessed for me. There's no moments where we feel that kind of intensity and things get kind of whirly, and we can really come into that place of like, ah, I'm really just experiencing that humanness that we're all experiencing, that in this time in our world, there's things that are just messy and intense. And that's okay. It's part of the change. It's part of the change that I'm going through with whatever it is that I'm going through in that moment, in that day, that other growth. Sometimes growth is messy. And the reality is that as we go through stages as humans, when when we're born, in birth is messy and intense, and coming into this world is messy and intense. As babies, we are messy. And then as we grow up and life goes on, there's all those elements of growing up and adjusting and walking and eating and, potty training and all those things. And then we move into puberty, and that whole stage is messy. Yeah. And then we flower and, move into ourselves and find that kind of rhythm for who we are, and we grow into ourselves. And then as women, we move into menopause, and that is messy. So all these stages as we grow, and that's just a micro of the many stages that we go through. This was more of a description as women. Men also have their own stages that go through stages of messiness. Yeah. So that is part of our humanness. And we are collectively moving through a stage. We are collectively moving out, just like we go through puberty, just like we go through menopause. We are moving out of one cycle of human existence into a new cycle of human existence. One epoch into a new epoch. We are in this cusp, and we have entered this age that has been referred to as the Aquarian Age, for some also as the Golden Age and the Golden Epoch. And as we're doing that, we're moving through one way of operating as a human and as a collective and as a society and as multiple cultures, yeah, into a whole new way of operating that reflects some of the ancient ways, but is very much connected to something really none of us have ever really experienced. It's a birthing of something completely new. And so as we're moving into this stage and as we're birthing that, it is messy, right? And much of the shadow, much of the darkness is coming to its surface and transmuting itself as we're moving into this new time and into this new way of being, into this new way of existing, and this new way of coexisting with the earth and with the heavens as a human being. So it feels often very kind of all over the place. And that is why our practices are so essential, because it is helping create that structure to support us through all that kind of messiness and upheavaling and kind of ruffling that occurs, as we're dealing with our own day-to-day life, and as we're also being dealt with all the intensities of the world around us. Yeah. And that can be in the world around us of our immediate world, our communities, our families, and that can also be then the world around us in our countries, in our ecosystems, in our earth, and in our governance, and in the world as a whole. And what is so magnificent is that in the same manner that there is the reality that life is messy. We as humans are messy. And this time and this age that we are birthing together, whether or not we're conscious of it, is messy. At the same time, there is a unanimous awareness of the awesomeness, awesomeness of life, and the awesomeness of who we are as human beings, the awesomeness of inhabiting these body temples, and the amazingness of what these bodies can do for us, to carry our spirit through this life, to carry us through this existence in this material three-dimensional world, to experience touch, to experience taste, to experience sight, and to experience the amazing brilliance and awesomeness of the natural world, and the beauty of the co-creativeness of that natural world between human and nature, and how humans can take nature and create such beauty. Yeah, recently, and there will be a coming up a YouTube video that is a vlog of our journey in West Ireland, where we got to experience the incredible awesomeness of the natural surroundings. And my experience was also witnessing the awesomeness of that marriage between nature and human, and how humans can take nature and create such beauty in the artistic architecture that we can inhabit and create, as well as just the beauty that we can create with flowers, and with our landscape, and the beauty that we can create in the things that we can share with each other, and the services that we share with each other. And my experience with that was like on this beautiful little island off of Ireland. We experienced the most amazing sauna I've ever experienced, and just the way that this couple had created, and just the awesomeness of their creativity, sharing it with us, and then also this local cafe and restaurant, and the beauty of the landscape and the setting, and the incredible marriage and beauty and kind of cohesion between the elements around and the people that were around, and then the food and the way that it was presented. I mean, talk about awesomeness and amazingness and incredible brilliance. And so that is the reality of the duality that this realm is: the light and the dark, the joy and the pain, the grief and the incredible love. Yeah, yeah, the coexisting dance. And so in this sacred energy pulse for this month of September, yeah, I want to invite you to bring awareness when those moments arise where you sense yourself spiraling, or you sense yourself caught in the midst of somebody else's spiral, or you witness the spiral that's going on in the world around you, in the media, or etc. and so on. To just bring an awareness to that messiness that exists, is, and it's okay. And to allow yourself to just drop into that state of rest and find that, all right, it's just messy right now. I'm messy right now. The world's messy right now. It's okay. It's all right. And then to also bring your awareness to the amazingness and awesomeness of your body and your spirit to shift that messiness simply through awareness and through the multitude of practices that support you in dropping into the incredible magnificence of your very being, of this world, and of life itself. And let's just take a moment here now. We'll move in with this sacred energy pulse of September with a practice here. And just dropping in to your body, sensing your sit bones on your seat, and just feeling your feet on the ground. And just noticing the sensation of your lower, mid, and upper back and the space between your shoulder blades. Sense your tongue as it rests in its palate, and your eyes as they rest in their socket. Notice the muscles of your scalp, face and jaws, and any softening there. And just notice the rising and the falling of your chest and your belly with each inhale and with each exhale. Just bringing awareness to your body as a whole. Just placing your hands on your belly and letting the hands move with each inhale and exhale as your belly expands and concaves. And just take a moment here and tune into the awesomeness of this body temple you inhabit, and the awesomeness of the breath that comes in and flows out, that gives you life. And just bring awareness to the brilliance of all the multitude of activities that this body temple is undergoing in every second. The pulsating of atoms, neurons, electrons, cells, and all of your various systems operating in symphony, all of which operates on its own, giving you that experience, that awesome experience of smell, of touch, of sight, of awareness, of taste, and the multitude of synapsing and synthesizing that your body does in every moment to take in from those senses, to digest, and to utilize, in giving you this moment by moment richness of life experience. Wow. Just rest in this awesomeness right now. And as you do, bring awareness now to the areas in your body that feel messy to you. Those areas in your body that you might struggle with right now. And just notice any heaviness that you might be carrying around associated with that part of your body. or life's journey that feels messy. And see if you can move into that space of simply embracing it as it is messy. And see if you can allow that part of your body or that part of your life to simply be as it is. And as you do, sense and feel that weight begin to dissolve. As you simply allow and accept and use that word inside if you like. It's okay. It's just messy right now. It's all right. It's okay. And perhaps you have an awareness of something that has felt really disturbing to you in the world around you. And it has also created a sense of heaviness that you've been carrying around. See if you can bring that awareness that too, for now, is simply messy. And find that ability to just allow it to be just that, messy. As your entire being moves into that space of acceptance and embrace. And notice the micro and the macro as you hold it in that space of acceptance that you, life, and the world have stages of messiness, and that's okay. It's part of our humanness. And notice as you embrace all of it, that you might sense and feel as the weight dissolves, this rising of the magnificence and awesomeness that encompasses it all. That surrounding that messiness in you and the world is the awesomeness of your humanness and the awesomeness of humanity. And just tune into that now. Tune into that miracle that you are in this human experience. And tune into the miracle that is humanity. Just let yourself be there now for a moment. Feeling the pulse of the miracle of being human and being part of this incredible collective humanity. In all of its messiness and in all of its magnificence. And so as we rest in that space and embrace this undeniable truth, simply take a deep inhale, breathing into all of that, and exhale it through. And then as you're ready, Swiggling your fingers and toes, just allowing this inner rest, this inner spaciousness that's been cultivated from our simple practice of awareness, of breath, to meld with this outer space of awareness and of life. Gently opening your eyes as you're ready. And just notice how you feel. Hopefully a little bit different, maybe a little bit of shift. I encourage you to utilize this tool to support you as you're moving through this month of September. As we're moving into this month, we are going to be experiencing more of that messiness and more of that awesomeness. We are moving into what's referred to as the eclipse season, the first starting September 7th in our full moon eclipse, and I believe then the next is going to be new moon eclipse September 21st, which falls around the fall equinox. So eclipses are all about endings and beginnings. They can be intense, and they can be also awesome and magnificent. Each individual experiences them uniquely to their particular path, but sometimes they can feel like little jolts. And one of the beautiful things that I have found has been so helpful in those times where you're whirling and you're feeling like, fudge, this is so messy, is to affirm and really kind of laser it in through that challenge that an infinite blessing will come from this, that wonderful gifts will come from this challenge. And set that intention to be guided through it. Ask for the help. When things get messy, tap into the awesomeness of your spiritual connection to the infinite and ask for that help to support you through that messiness and move you through and out. And I highly encourage you in the middle of that messiness to embrace and come into that acceptance, to name it. It's just this moment of messiness. And then to also then touch into, wow, the awesomeness of having this experience, to walk through this messiness, to learn this lesson, to learn and grow, to evolve, to expand, and to contribute. Because every messy experience that you go through, you are helping others in the collective to go through that messiness and to find their way to the other side. So every messy aspect of your own kind of patterns that you maybe have been stuck in ways that you maybe are keeping yourself from growing, or that you're keeping yourself stuck in behaviors that undermine you. Every time you move through that messiness and that you transform that and grow through that and step into a new level of relating, a new level of expressing, a new level of taking care of yourself, you are contributing to the awesome interconnected web of humanity. And so what you are doing in your little corner of the world, wherever you are, in Utah, Illinois, New York, Los Angeles, wherever that is, every little thing that you're doing to help you through in accepting, embracing your messiness, and walking through and growing into that better part of yourself is supporting those people across the world, in the Middle East, in Egypt, in Gaza, in the Ukraine. You are contributing, you are impacting those places that are dealing with such horrors, such challenges, by your work, by your self-reflection, by your facing your shadow, by your walking into your messiness. You are impacting those people. So one of the beautiful, awesome aspects of our human existence is that we're all connected, and everything that we do is benefiting or degrading humanity. Yeah. And that's not to walk around in shame or guilt or happening. It's not about going into that direction. It's more about being aware that everything that you do is helping those across the planet. Yeah. Have that awareness. Know that you're contributing in that way. Also have the awareness that what we are witnessing in the world and the messiness that we're witnessing in the world is not anything new. Humanity has operated in horrific ways with humanity. Humans have been horrific with humans. And it has been going on for ages, yeah, through the various epochs. And we often feel like a certain community has been the victim of another community. And the reality is that each community has contributed to the desecration of other communities. So I recently came across this that was really kind of very revealing to me, which is that pagans crucified Christians, and then Christians crucified pagans. Yeah. And that has been going on since the beginning of time, excluding some of the golden age epochs, yeah, where we were violence free and we were more evolved, which is where we're moving into. So sometimes we may feel like, God, what the hell is going on with humanity, right? There are very challenging forces that are disoriented, misguided forces that are in many ways contributing to some of these vicious behaviors that humans will do to each other. And we're really at such a pivotal time as humans to really, as these energies are attempting to, really thwart and have been doing that for millennia, that we can actually embrace these energies and transmute them, into higher consciousness. And so we're moving through kind of the depth of the pit of the dark, right? As we're moving through and moving out and really embracing that messiness as we rise up into that incredible brilliance and magnificence and awesomeness of our humanness that is one with our divinity. Yeah. Our humanness that is one with our divinity. So beautiful ones, I hope that this supports you in this upcoming month. I do suggest reading up a little bit more on this upcoming astrological events of the lunar and the solar and lunar eclipse, and finding out how they might particularly affect your particular astrological chart. It's really helpful and supportive in moving through it. I invite you to embrace your messiness, to embrace the messiness of humanity in our world, and to be a leader in moving into that space of the awesomeness of your humanness in collectively transforming and transmuting to higher and higher capacity of love, of brilliance, of co-creation. So do stay tuned for this upcoming vlog that will be coming up, and then also join us in person on Maui in October. We still have a couple more spaces. We'd love to have you join us, and it's going to be just incredibly rich. A beautiful opportunity to be in community, to be on sacred land, to be in the beautiful field of Mu of Maui, to access and work through our shadows and to embody our, brilliance, our golden essence, our light, and to carry that with us into our day-to-day lives. We will be doing daily yoga, we'll be doing daily excursions, as well as Reiki trainings. So link is below in the descriptions. We are going to be also doing a live stream training, advanced training, so you can also find that in the link below. And then I'm always available one-on-one wherever I'm traveling in the world for Reiki, coaching, spiritual life guidance, as well as yogic practices. And yeah, look forward to supporting you on your messy and awesome journey. Namaste, beautiful ones. Sending so much Reiki, aloha, Celtic love your way.